Testing, testing, since we're live from the Eastlink Center once again. Have yourself a little listen, as we're going to have a little more of that hockey. And as Chance the Rapper once said on SNL, let's go do that hockey. Hello and welcome to the East Link Center in Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island for this morning's Hockey PEI Under-18 Girls Exhibition between the Mount Academy Under-18 Saints and the Western Storm, which again is a combination of the Central Storm and Western Wind. Primarily Central Storm, but about 6 or 7 Western Wind players have joined in on these exhibition games as well. These two teams faced off last night as well, right here at the East Link Center, with the Storm coming out on top with a 3-2 shootout win. Just about didn't get to overtime even in the first place, but Under-18 League MVP Chloe Gallant scored with 8.4 seconds remaining in the third period to force the extra frame, and ultimately it was Tiana Gallant with the lone shootout goal last night to put the Storm on top. And we see the linesmen just getting the nets all set up here on either end, along with the pucks getting all picked up. And this morning's starting goaltenders will be Angélie Savoie for Mount Academy, as Annie Honkoop went last night. And then for the Storm, it'll be Soraya Richard, regularly of the Western Wind, but again, one of those players who's come on board with this combined team here for this series of games. And it looks like a little bit of line juggling here on the Saints side of things, as it looks like Alyssa Little has joined that top line with Chloe Hawes and Carly Thompson, with Sydney Chason dropping down to another line. We'll see where she slots into the lineup. And we'll find all this out in relatively short order here, as we're just about set to get underway. All right, here we go. Puck drop. We are underway. As DeRoche tried to get that one through, Rachel Richards loses it, but Chloe Hawes over to Carly Thompson, who gets the puck back. Thompson tries to center, but nobody home. Now, Kelly Murphy able to keep that one in for the Saints. Little doing the same. Little didn't play in last night's game, but she's good for this morning. Centering pass finds the slot. Puck bouncing around in front. Who's got it? Little just missed getting a handle on that. Now battling DeRoche for it in the corner. Coming out with it will be Jessie Campbell. She goes up the boards to Jose Gallant as she tries to clear, unable to do so. Richards with the intercept. Her shot off a stick wide. And pass out front there to Thompson. Couldn't quite get that one to go. Now the Storm do get it out, but Talia Mullally tries to chip it back down. Now Jose Gallant will just gain center ice and dump it down. Richards back for it. She'll just poke that one down. Now Olivia Stewart tries to clear, but a couple of Storm players there. Lutley digging in there for the Storm. Gets by McGuigan at the blue line. She'll go back for it. And now Collins just chipped that forward to Brooke Walsh, one of the goal scorers from last night. Puck poked out. Kirsten Coyle with it. Up to Stewart. Puck comes out front. Collins can't quite get a handle on that, and Savoie with a bit of trouble holding on to that, but eventually freezes. Very early in this one, 18:27 left in the first period, still no score. A face-off coming to Savoie's left, won by the Saints. Now Coyle trying to clear, but Chloe McCabe there for it. McCabe named co-top forward in the PEI Under-18 AAA League this year, along with an all-star nod at the position. So certainly one to watch here this morning as Ellie French sends that one down. And now Chloe Gallant trying to get a handle on it, but McCabe does instead. She'll just slide that one down. Now Coyle. Up to French. French with the breakout. Eventually controlled by Aiken, and she'll dump that one down. And now the Storm trying to come out with it here again, as it's Grace Larkin with it. There for McCabe. She'll just dump it down and go for a change. Now Meadow Clark gains the red line and gets it into Storm territory. That shot just a little high from Stymist. Tate McDonald around the net. Mullally in that spot. That's about where she scored from yesterday, but this time around, Richard able to get it right into the chest. Face off coming to her right. Just 2:45 into this one. Thompson and Campbell on the draw. And Hawes is able to lift the stick of Rennie. Those two continuing to battle behind the net. Jose Gallant going to join in here too. Centering pass. Thompson spins it around. Little couldn't quite get the full finish on that. Kelly Murphy with it back at the point. She'll fire a shot through traffic right into the chest of Richard. Good shot there from Jillian Kelly Murphy, the Revere College commit. Now face off to the left of Soraya Richard. Saints control that one off the draw. Chase on trying to spin it around. Instead, Rennie will go up the boards. Kelly Murphy there for it. Her shot, glove down by Richard. And so we'll do it all over again, just from the right of the Storm goaltender. Another bit of a tie-up off the draw. French controls it. Pressured by McGuigan. Lutley in there to help out too. Now Aiken on the half boards. Chase on helping with the dig, but the Storm will come out with it. Here's Walsh. Gains the red line and does not gain the red line, so that's going to go for icing. And by the looks of it, it may have actually just gone into the Saints bench, hence the quick whistle. So the face-off coming just outside Storm territory. Another tie-up off the draw. And some contact in open ice there, no call. Coyle. Tried the centering pass for Stewart, but instead it goes to Larkin. She'll go behind her own net, just out of the reach of Darash. And now the Storm trying to clear it once again, but Stewart has her opponent pinned up. Darash comes out with it. The puck comes out front. Now Larkin. Larkin decides to go backwards. Now I believe we're seeing Livy Lawler here for the Central Storm, winner of the hard hat this year for the Central Storm in the under-18 AAA League. Meanwhile, the Saints heading in again. Carly Thompson, her shot just a little wide. And now it's McCabe. She'll go up the middle for Chloe Gallant. And she'll just slap that one on goal just a little bit high. And she'll go off for a change. Now the Storm able to keep it in. Campbell with it behind the Saints net. Being pressured all the way around by Spencer. And now Clark will give it a go to get it out. But McGuigan's able to stop that one at the blue line. Shot fired and scores! The tip bounced around in a couple of places, but Jose Gallant was able to find the rebound, and now it's 1-0 for the Storm. 5:09 into this one. And so it looked like Abby Gordon may have gotten a tip on that first, and then the rebound just went off just to the right of the crease a little bit, and Jose Gallant was there to pounce. And so we'll see what kind of a response the Saints have as they go cross ice. McDonald unable to handle that one, and Richard will just freeze it. Face off to her left now. 14:40 left in this opening period. Goal from Jose Gallant has just made it 1-0 in favor of the Storm. Saints control it off the draw. McDonald loses it though. Now Gallant chips it off. That's Collins, excuse me. with the shot. That's just up high. And it may have actually been Collins on the goal now that I look at it. Would have to go back and check. Meanwhile, the battle continues. Here's Lutley's got it. Her shot gets blocked. Kelly Murphy trying to get it out of there, and Mullally doing the same, only gets it to the blue line for Darash. Down there for Gallant, who just chips it around the Saints net. Now Meg Aiken. Cut off there, but Rachel Richards has some room to operate, and she'll just chip it down. But the Storm get it back quickly. Larkin up the middle for McCabe. Chloe McCabe, drop pass, tried to find Gallant with it, and it eventually does. McCabe has it back. And now the Storm able to keep it in here as they're starting to find the rhythm a little bit. McCabe pokes that one through. She's still got possession. Backhands it around to Chloe Gallant. Out front, just couldn't quite get the handle on that in the slot. Now the Saints trying to come out with it. Chase on. Pressured by a few Storm players. And now Coyle has it at center ice. Haas can't chip it forward. Darash there. Now Caroline Thompson up to Carly Thompson. Larkin back for it first. She'll go around her own net for McGuigan. Puck eventually slots out to Gordon. Now the Storm threatening here again. Campbell gets over the blue line. Still has it as she's being pressured there by Spencer. And now it'll be Clark going back. Tries to go up the boards with it, but Gordon's there. And the Storm able to keep it in despite the line change. So Clark will give it a go the other way. Haas gets it out through her legs, and that's going to be called icing. So 12:14 remaining now in the first period. Storm leading 1-0. And the faceoff will come to the right of Angelique Savoie. And another tie-up off the draw here. The Storm come out with it. Player down, no call. Now Olivia Stewart. Leaves it from Mullally. Back to Stewart in the slot. Her shot blocked. Good back check there from Collins to get there and reduce the effectiveness of that opportunity. Meanwhile, coming through are the Storm. That shot stopped. I think that was Walsh on the shot opportunity. And now the faceoff will again come to the right of Angelique Savoie. Stymous having a discussion with the linesman there in the faceoff circle. Storm win the draw. Darash from her knees slaps that one off the boards. Now Stewart's able to get it out. Foot race here between Stymous and Larkin. Larkin winds up winning. She gets it out for Lawler. Livy Lawler working her way in. Lawler didn't play in last night's game, but she's available for today. As Saints eventually get it back in their own end. Puck just bouncing around center ice. Darash gets it back. She'll go cross ice. Coyle sends it up off the boards. Nobody home. Instead, it's a turnover. Now Abby Gordon has an opportunity. Gordon cutting in. Nice poke there from Savoie to prevent the chance. Now Jose Gallant. Down into the corner. The Saints really having a devil of a time trying to get this puck out against the Storm. As Caroline Thompson tries again to get it out, but the Storm maintaining good possession. Here is Jose Gallant is trying to cut in front. Now Campbell. Set up forward to French. Still unable to... It did get out by the looks of it based on the arm being up. And so Lutley will try it again. Pressured by Chase on, but able to knock her off her feet. Now McGuigan sends that one over, but that connecting pass, nobody home. And now McGuigan will go back for it as the Saints change. Coming up on the halfway point of this first period now. Early goal has the Storm up 1-0 after the win last night. Now Haas. Chloe Haas looking through the middle, and she gets a seam. Carly Thompson alone on a breakaway, and the shot goes high. Carly Thompson had the space and time. I don't know if she realized that necessarily, but she did, and that puck rolls for an icing. So the Saints will have an opportunity to get another one here, or another offensive opportunity to try and get on the board. Face-off coming to the right of Soraya Richard here. That's controlled by the Storm, as Darash sent that one around. Chloe Gallant pokes it around Kelly Murphy. Now Richards. McCabe gloves that one out of the air, and she's got another opportunity. And Carly Thompson goes up and off the boards. Darash there on the pinch. And the Saints will just send that one down. That'll go for icing. And so the face-off will come to the left of goaltender Angélique Savoie. And it looks like it'll be Stymist and Campbell on the draw here. Tie up off the draw. Saints control it. Mullally goes up the middle, just in the skates of Tate McDonald, so she couldn't break away. And now a battle behind the net. Mullally in there for the Saints. Tries to center, just out of the reach of Stymist. Now Jose Gallant with it. She centers. And now the Storm break out with it. That's the line that got the earlier goal that you just saw on the ice, but now the Saints threatening here again. Stymist inside Storm territory. And that one's just left. Lutley's going to try and start the rush here. Only gets as far as the blue line before Stymist sends that one back down. Now Rennie. Up to Collins, unable to get it out. Chase on with a good job to save that. McGuigan will try it again, but Spencer's there on the pinch. Puck in front. Chase on just backhands that one wide. Now Clark. Just harmlessly in front of the net, so Rennie will go up off the boards. Puck still in, but now it's out as Walsh is going to start a 2-on-1 here. She's got Lutley with her. Tried to get it over to Lutley in the slot, but it just hopped off his stick. Now Larkin. Over to Darash. Still in the zone. Darash will try it again. Spencer's there to keep it in. And French slaps at it. And now the Storm will bring it out. Walsh centers just a little bit out of Chloe Gallant's reach, but no icing. And Chloe Gallant gets there first. Centering pass for Lawler. And, I'm not sure if that went in or not. I don't think it did. So we play on. Darash. Savoie able to see that puck through a bit of traffic. Darash pinches again. McCabe working her way out into the slot. Fires that one just a little wide. Darash again pins it in on the half boards. And now, McCabe tried to go short side. A couple of strange bounces there, but Savoie able to watch that one all the way through. 6:51 left in the opening period. Face off to the left of Angélique Savoie. And Campbell wins that one cleanly back to McGuigan. She'll just shoot it into the corner. Campbell with it. Tries to backhand that one, but the Saints are able to get it out. I don't think this will have the legs for icing, and it has been waved off. So McGuigan back for it, pressured by Stewart on the forecheck. Now Gordon. Puck kept in Storm territory. Here's Rennie will give it a shot. Up to Gordon on the half boards. But Stewart intercepts. Centering pass. Scores! Ali Stymis. Just what the Saints needed here to get things back to level with 6:16 left in the first period. We're tied up at 1. And we saw it a bit from the Saints last night as well, being rewarded for the strong forecheck. And again, that's led to the equalizer here as Ali Stymis gets on the board, the University of Southern Maine commit. Storm control it off the draw. Collins backhands that one into Mount territory. Caroline Thompson around the net for chase on. But Collins is there to intercept, only to give it back to Caroline Thompson. Over to Coyle. Now McDonald just leaves it for Aiken. And Aiken will just send that one down. Chase on battling with Rennie. But it'll be Brooke Walsh coming out with it. She starts the play. Lutley continues. Lutley maintains possession, but Walsh was a step over for an offside. So 5:33 left in this opening period now. And we've had goals from Jose Gallant and Ali Stymis, one on each side, and that's got us where we are right now, as Darash has it. She'll just lob that one into the corner. Clark goes around the net, but the Storm get possession back. Chloe Gallant tried to go out to the point, but instead intercepted by Hawes, who's got a bit of room. And working her way over the blue line, she gets to the puck first. Hawes certainly with the speed and physicality to make an impact in any game. And that's a turnover. Carly Thompson fires, stopped. Now it seems like the Saints are starting to get a little more momentum here as Hawes on the jump here. Hawes and McCabe battling. Starting to get a little chippy here in the final 5 minutes of this opening period. Meanwhile, centering pass just doesn't quite get to Little, but she gets the rebound. Ref loses sight of it as Richard covers. 4:34 left in this opening period. And we're all tied up at 1. Aiken wins that draw cleanly. Chase on goes to the point for Kelly Murphy. She shoots right into the chest of Richard. And so face-off will come to her left this time. Tie up off the draw. Storm will control it this time. McGuigan. Aiken's there to take it away, though, trying to cut into the slot, and that's going to be a hooking call on McGuigan. Stick got in there as Aiken was trying to cut into the slot, and McGuigan, I think she kind of knew that was coming. And so with 4:18 left in the first, that'll send the Saints to their first power play of the morning. Just checking the clock to make sure it is, in fact, still the morning, and it is by a couple minutes. And so we'll see what the Saints can do with this power play opportunity. Storm win the opening draw. Larkin. Larkin tries to circle around, but Aiken was there to meet her. Aiken gets it. Tries to fire. A couple of bounces. Stays out. Centering pass for Aiken. Another stop from Richard. Referee loses sight of it. Mullally had the loose puck right in front, but again, referee did not see that it was still out, so we'll do it again. 4:04 left in the opening period. Storm control it off the draw again, and this time they fire it all the way down. Richards will go back to try and start the breakout. She'll just slap it the other way. Larkin will send it right back down. Richards cross ice from Mullally. Over to Stymist. Back to Talia Mullally. She tries to drop it for Richards, but instead, puck's going to go down the ice. Walsh is going to get there first. Pressure from Kelly Murphy, and Walsh goes down, no call. So effectively a 5-on-3 here for a second as Walsh tries to get back. Kelly Murphy with it. Just unable to get the shot off. Now Mullally gets the handle back. Back to Kelly Murphy. Kelly Murphy surveying her options. Goes to Mullally. Back to Kelly Murphy. That shot blocked. Kelly Murphy down into the corner. Aiken with it. Meg Aiken had it. Storm unable to get it out. Caroline Thompson fires. That one just up high. Now Stymist with it. The Saints goal scorer trying to go short side, but nothing doing. Looks like the net might just be off a little bit here. As the Storm will just send that one down. Richard fixes up her own net. Meanwhile, 15 seconds left in this Saints power play. And that pass through the middle of the ice didn't quite work out as the Storm will try and get something going. And we've got a interference call against the Saints, and that's going to negate the last 4 seconds of this power play. And it'll be Chloe Hawes going off. 2:22 left in this opening period. We're tied up at 1. Face-off will come to the right of Angelique Savoie. 4 seconds of 4-on-4 remaining. And then the Storm will head to their first power play. Meanwhile, Chase on with it in Storm territory. Centered for Clark, who was jumping up in the rush. But now going the other way, the Storm have the power play. Lawler. Lawler drop pass, but Gallant gets it on the clear. Winds up just high. Now going back for it is Larkin. She'll go up the middle. Now McCabe. Drops for Lawler. Livy Lawler with it. She goes cross ice for McGuigan. She'll send it into the corner. Kept in by Rennie. And another weird stanchion bounce here at Eastlink Center. We've seen a few of those. As Campbell was able to keep it in. Centering pass intended for Campbell. Instead goes to Rennie. Her shot just a little wide. McGuigan, sends that back down into the corner. Gordon battling for it. Gets back to the point for McGuigan as we're closing in on the final minute of this opening period now. And matter of fact, we're there. As Clark will get the handle on it. But only gets it as far as behind her own net. And that does not go. Campbell tried to go short side. Storm unable to keep it in. With just over 20 seconds left in this power play. And Jose Gallant just a step offside in getting that puck. So the faceoff will come all the way down to the dots in front of the Storm zone. 42.3 seconds left in the first period. And the clock ran for an extra second there. I don't know if anybody caught that, but it did. And Richards just fires that one down. And that'll basically kill what's left of this power play for the Storm. And Aiken, just for good measure, will fire it in. As she'll have a teammate back in a couple seconds. And matter of fact, now. As Kelly Murphy sends it down, that's now icing. And again, the clock ran for about an extra second. There's 16.7 remaining in this opening period. Face off to the left of Angelique Savoie. Yeah, potentially an opportunity for the Storm to do something. Now Stymist is going to be waved out. Stewart will come in to take the draw in her place. Just tied up off the face-off. McGuigan keeps it in at the point. She'll fire it off of Thompson's shin pad. Saints able to get it out. 5 seconds left in the period now. Maybe an opportunity for something for the Storm, but doesn't look like that'll come to pass. And that's how the first period's going to end. So, we had a goal in the first 5 to 6 minutes from the Storm, courtesy of Jose Gallant, but then an answer from Ali Stymus later in the frame. That's got us tied up at 1-1 through 20 minutes. Come back in about 10 to 15 minutes as we begin second period action. And we're back for the second period of play in this Hockey PEI exhibition matchup between the Mount Academy Under-18 Saints and this combination Central Storm Western Wind Under-18 AAA girls team. We're tied up at 1 after 20 minutes. Early goal from Jose Gallant on the Storm side of things before Ali Stymist leveled things up toward the end of the period. Now Richards sends that one up. Larkin back for it. Grace Larkin, pressured by Carly Thompson, eventually gets it to Darash. Now Kelly Murphy will just fire that one on net, handled by Richard. Thompson in there digging at the top of the crease, but nothing going. And now Chloe Gallant in a foot race here with Coyle. Coyle's going to cut her off, but Gallant's still on the forecheck. Now Little trying to get it out. Instead, the Storm will take possession again. Larkin up off the boards. Gallant just chops at it from center ice, and she'll go off for a change. Now Coyle had the stretch pass and does find Mullally with it. Unable to get around Rennie to get to the slot, but she gets the puck back briefly. Now Campbell. Still a battle down here in the near corner. McGuigan up the middle. Finds Coyle instead. Her shot stopped. Now it's McGuigan. Gets it as far as Thompson, who keeps it in at the blue line. Now Mullally loses the handle, and the Storm will poke that one through. Now Stymist. Now Gallant's got it, the goal scorer for the Storm. And now the battle continues here in the near corner. Now the Saints are able to get it out here as Stewart finds a seam. She's trying to break through, but good defensive play there from McGuigan to get that puck away. And now the Storm trying to get something going here. Or, excuse me, the Saints. The Storm just trying to get it out. Now it'll be up to Brooke Walsh to try. Fans on the clearing attempt. French tries to go around for Aiken. And in the middle of the ice, Chase on battling. Her shot goes a little wide. Larkin now. Ridden into the boards by French. And then the puck just comes out to Richard out front, and she will just cover it up. And so the faceoff will come to Richard's right, with it being still a 1-1 hockey game, 17:26 remaining in the second period. Tie up off the draw, Storm control it, but Kelly Murphy just unable to keep it in here for the Saints. Pressured by Chloe Gallant on the forecheck, but Kelly Murphy gets the turn. Kelly Murphy just slaps at it. Richard covers again. Face-off will come to her left this time around. And the same lines will stay on for this face-off as well. One back to Larkin for the Storm. Loses that one to Hawes, though. Centering pass just a little too hot to handle for Carly Thompson. If Thompson's a right-handed shot, I would say it's probably a 2-1 hockey game after that, but we've got ourselves a 3-on-1 here. Chloe Gallant has Chloe McCabe there too. Gallant shoots, stopped. Big save there from Savoie. And that one's going to go down for icing. So a couple of PEI's top young female forwards were poised to strike, but again, Angélie Savoie more than up to the task. Face-off coming to her right here in the Mount Academy zone. Tie up off the draw. Campbell knocked off of it, but Rennie will pinch. She shoots. Her shot just a little wide. Now Mullally. Mullally tries to go up the middle. Unable to find McDonald with it. But instead, Mullally will get the puck back. And now she's got room. Tries to fire from the slot, but goes off Rennie's stick. And now the Storm will try and bring it out. As Gallant fans on that one, so Saints will get it back as Coyle brings it up. She sends that one into Storm territories. The Saints will go off for a change. And now the Storm just fired all the way down the ice, and that'll come all the way back for icing. Face off to come to the left of Soraya Richard. And the Storm control it. Darash. She goes off the boards. And now Walsh with an opportunity. A little 2-on-1 here. But Thompson there for the block. Caroline Thompson, very solid defensive player here for the Saints. And now the Saints have it again. Aiken tried the wraparound, just bouncing around. Chase on stopped by Richard. I'm not sure if Richard knew where that puck was. Chase on got to it first, though, and Richard still able to make the save. Face off now to the right of Soraya Richard. Saints control it. Clark. That shot blocked. Walsh heading over to get it, pressured by Little. Now Carly Thompson loses it in the corner. Puck back to the point for Spencer. She shoots that puck up. Thought that got up into the netting, but referee just says off the glass. As Collins just chops that one off the boards, and that'll go all the way down for icing. 15:04 left in this second period. Still 1-1. Yeah, the faceoff will come to the left of Richard. As we see McGuigan with it, trying to clear, but Kelly Murphy keeps it in. She'll fire it right back on net, just a little wide. Saints come out with it again. Stewart. Stewart shoots, stopped by Richard. And Olivia Stewart, one of a number of Mount Academy players to pick up some academic awards in term number 2 at Mount Academy here on Prince Edward Island. Within the grade 11 ranks on this team, you can also add Meadow Clark and Talia Mullally as people who are on the honors list along with Olivia Stewart, while Meg Aiken, Sydney Chason, Rachel Richards, and Caroline Thompson wound up on the headmasters list for term 2 in their recently completed semester. So well done to those students at Mount Academy. And as mentioned, there are a couple more as we go through the various grades. Meanwhile, play continues here on the ice. Gallant pokes that one around. Thompson up to Hawes. Rennie just fires that one, and she'll get it back. Set down into the corner. Gallant tried to reverse that, but Thompson's there for it instead. Now Gallant has it back. Gallant shoots, tries to go short side, but Savoie there to make the save. And now for this under-18 team, as we see it go for icing. For this under-18 team on the headmasters list in the grade 10 ranks, you can add Allie Spencer to those ranks of the academically honored. And then if you look down into the grade 9 components, you can also add Ellie French to the headmasters list. Again, still probably a couple days away from getting the grade 12s list, but that'll add a few more players from this side here as well. As we get back to the play, the Storm send that one in. Chase on with it. Coyle just has that one go over his stick, so Darash keeps it in at the line. And now Coyle tries to start the breakout. It does get out of her own zone. Aiken with it at center ice. Gains the blue line. Falls to her knees as she fires. Chase on will get there first. Back to Aiken. Aiken trying to center, but surrounded by 3 Storm players there. as Lutley gains center ice, now into Saints territory. Kaylee Lutley working her way around. And now Darash with the pinch. Caroline Thompson, pressured by Walsh. But good stop by Thompson there. She gets a good breakout pass to chase on, centers for Stymist. Allie Stymist with it. She'll shoot. Just a little bit wide. Mullally now. Loses that one, and Collins centers. And that one's just fired on net by Lutley. Savoie will cover up. 12:19 left in the second period. And face-off coming to the left of Savoie here. Storm control it. But the Saints get it back here. Stewart's got a lane. Rennie trying to cut her off. Stewart shoots right into the glove of Soraya Richard. So, nice long breakaway for Olivia Stewart, the New Brunswick native. But Soraya Richard up to the task. Face-off coming to her right. Tie up off the draw. Saints hold on to it. Now just shoveled into the corner. Rennie's going to get there first. McCabe trying to clear, but instead on the pinch was Spencer as that puck bounced around in front. Richard covers. And so we'll do it all over again. Just a few less seconds on the clock. Down to 11:59 in the second period. And that one sent back to the point. Richards just sends that one into the corner. Little now. Now Hawes will try and dig in on Larkin, and she gets the puck. But now Lawler. Lawler unable to clear, but good pressure from McCabe on Hawes on the back check. Things just starting to get a little bit tighter here in the zones. As the Storm are able to get that one out. Now Chloe Gallant on the follow. Works her way to the middle of the ice. Now Thompson over to Kelly Murphy. Kelly Murphy back to Carly Thompson, the UPEI commit. Thompson fires high and wide. Chase on with the follow-up on the rebound. Now Thompson with an opportunity. Nothing doing there. Saints keep it in. And now French, from her knees, was trying to center that one, but instead, Jose Gallant tries to get it out, and now they do. Here's Gordon. Abby Gordon taken into the boards by Coyle, and that's going to be a penalty for body contact. It'll be a holding call, it'll be Kirsten Coyle going off. And that'll put the Storm back on the power play. So 10:41 left now in the second period. Storm looking to regain the lead here as they control it off the face-off. And that shot from McGuigan up high. Gets back to Rennie at the point. Goes down into the corner. Lutley over to Walsh. Brooke Walsh over to Rennie at the point. Back down to Walsh. We go straight through to Lutley. Back to Walsh on the half wall. Down to Lutley below the net. And that shot from Collins didn't quite get all of it. Rennie's shot goes wide. Lutley trying to get the puck back. Poked away by Caroline Thompson. Now Rennie pinches to keep it in. Centering pass there, intercepted by Clark. Clark will fire it around, and Thompson off the back of her teammate Aiken. That's going to briefly allow the Storm to keep it in, but Walsh unable to control it. And so McGuigan. And that's down to Walsh. And with the chaos and the change, that puts the play offside. And that takes us to the halfway point of this power play. 9:41 left in the second period now. Now McCabe pushed that one forward off the draw. I think that may have been a directive from Gallant. But it goes the other way, and Larkin will start to play, leaving it for McCabe. Chloe McCabe trying to skate through the zone, gets around Stewart. Mullally able to poke that one away, though. And so they'll try again. Darash over to Larkin, down to Gallant. Richards there for the intercept. Now the Storm will try again. Just 30 seconds left in the power play. Lawler. Dropped for Darash. Her shot deflected, and that'll allow Stewart to send it down the ice. 20 seconds left in the Storm power play here. 9 minutes left in the second period. Fanning on that originally was the Storm defender, but now they'll try again. Lawler with it. Livy Lawler shot. Handcuffed Savoie a little bit, but able to keep it out. Campbell now. As we're back to 5-on-5, Campbell will shoot, tries to go short side, nothing doing. Now the Saints will give it a go here. Stewart tries to center, but turns it over. Although she'll get it right back and just send it into Storm territory and go off for a change. Now Meadow Clark. Across to Spencer. Down to Little in the middle of the ice. She gains the blue line. Little drops for Haas. She has room to shoot. Stopped by Richard. Chloe Haas with perhaps another second to fire there, but still got a good shot off. Nevertheless, Richard up to the task to make the save. Face-off coming to her left. 8:06 left in the second period. Haas gets it off the draw, sends it back to the point, but Coyle is able to slash at it to keep it in. Sent up off the glass. Haas there for it first. Battling with a couple of Storm players down there. Eventually comes out to Thompson. Over to Coyle. Coyle shot blocked by Rennie. Now the Storm get it out here. Gallant and Campbell 2-on-1 forming. Jesse Campbell with it. Tries to center for Jose Gallant, and that's going to get called by the back official. Penalty coming to the Saints. And Richard makes it to the bench. That'll give the Storm an opportunity here, but Coyle touches up. Going to go as a hooking penalty. And it'll be Chloe Haas going off for the Saints. 7:23 remaining in the second period. Storm right back to the power play. And a tie-up off the draw. Poked forward. Collins with it. Now Richards goes up and off the glass, but the Storm keep it in. That's Walsh. Fires it on net. Steered away by Savoie. Collins back to the point. Larkin there. Back to Ella Collins. Her centering pass blocked, and that'll just get chipped out by Tate McDonald. Larkin back to retrieve. And now Kelly Murphy will send it right back. And just like that, it's about 40 seconds of the power play gone. Now the Storm will try it again. Walsh leading the rush. Walsh working her way around Spencer, but loses the puck. Storm to regroup. Chloe Gallant. And that shot gets blocked. But it gets to McGuigan at center ice. Now Darash. Drops it for Chloe Gallant. 22 goals in 27 games this season for the league MVP, as that shot got steered wide. Back to McGuigan. Over to Rennie. Rennie going cross ice. Tried to find Gallant with that, but just a little too hot to handle. Now Lawler behind the net. Back to the point for Rennie. And her shot goes wide. As we're down to 23 seconds left in the power play. Now McCabe. McCabe will just cycle to Gallant. Back to McCabe in the middle of the ice, but that didn't quite connect. And now a few Storm players caught deep. as we got a 2-on-1 forming as Aiken just couldn't quite handle that pass from Stewart. And now the Storm will go back the other way as we're back to 5-on-5. McCabe with it. And Hawes is able to get that one after Lawler got tied up in the corner. Now Little, the stretch pass there, and Thompson just a step over. Had the right idea, just a hair too far. And so the faceoff will go all the way down into Saints territory. 5:04 left now in the second period, still 1-1. Tie up off the draw here. Little trying to push it forward for the Saints. But instead it'll be Hawes with the centering pass. Didn't find anybody. Now Gordon. Abby Gordon working her way around Coyle. Now trying to go up the boards was Hawes, and she was able to poke it out. Now Darash. She'll just chip that one back down. Caroline Thompson back for it. Thompson still leading the rush. Little. Storm sent it right back out. Walsh trying to get there, but couldn't get past Thompson. And now Coyle goes up forward to Carly Thompson. Tries to center for Hawes, but instead the Storm will have a go at it here. Lutley. Kaylee Lutley leading the rush down the wing. Her shot off the shin pad of Richards. Now Lutley just ducked it back to the point there for McGuigan, whose shot went wide. Now Mullally centering pass for Stymist. She goes down, no call. Lutley tries to center there for Gallant, but nothing doing. And Savoie covers. 3:39 left in the second period now. Face-off coming to Savoie's right. The Saints win that one. Kelly Murphy. She goes around her own net. French tries to poke that one around, but is eventually able to get it out. Now McGuigan. Emily McGuigan leaves it for McCabe. She'll turn and wind up. Now has Lawler. Over to McCabe. Tries to center for Gallant, but nobody home there. Now Kelly Murphy. Pass forward to French. Tied up by Rennie along the boards. No call. Now kept in by Kelly Murphy. Her shot goes a little wide. Chason will get there on the boards. Back to Spencer. She fires a little wide. Now Lawler. Saints will try and regroup here with Clark. Everybody on side there. Clark centers. Stewart unable to get turned around. Chason with it. Back to the point for Spencer. She'll wind up and take the shot. Doesn't get through. Now Rennie. That puck gets by Clark at the blue line. Just stops at the Storm bench, so Spencer goes cross ice for Aiken. And she'll send across cross ice herself and go off for a change. Meanwhile, Stewart's got the puck back in Storm territory for a moment before Coyle retrieves at center. Across to Caroline Thompson. Back to Coyle. Caroline Thompson with it. There for Chason. Now that puck comes out, so Darash just waiting for everyone to get onside again. She'll go cross ice to Larkin. Goes back down into Saints territory here. $1:40 left in the second. Coyle now. She goes up the middle of the ice and finds Thompson. Thompson trying to break through. Couldn't quite get the speed. Now the Storm going for it again. Walsh. Walsh ridden up into the boards, just enough for her to lose control of the puck. Now centered for Walsh. That pass just a little too hot for her. Now Thompson up off the boards, kept in by McGuigan. She sends it into the corner. Now Caroline Thompson. Leading pass for Hawes. Caroline Thompson gets it back as we're into the final minute now of this second period. Richard covers that one up. 52.7 seconds left in the second period. Still nothing doing. In this period anyway, 1-1 overall. Face off to the right of Soraya Richard. Saints keep it in. Richards. The Stymist there. She'll just wind that one around. Rennie gets it as far as Mullally. But now here come the Storm. Gallant. Gets it about as far as the blue line. And that's going to be called offside. 34 seconds left now in the period. Face off in the neutral zone, just outside Mount Academy territory. And Stymist will be showing the door on this draw. Storm win it. Darash with it. 30 seconds left in the period now. But McCabe just a little bit too eager on that as she winds up offside. Looked like a little bit of chatter there between McCabe and Stymist. A little bit of familiarity developing over these last couple games. Now the Saints try and push forward. Mullally. Still pushing forward now as Stewart just swings that one into the zone. Stewart with it. Lawler with the back check, and Richard just covers up. 14.3 seconds left in the period as we get a few extracurriculars here. First sign of that over the last couple games. And we'll see what the Saints can muster over the next 14.3 seconds before the end of the period. Face off to the right of Richard. Saints win the draw cleanly. Back to Richards. She shoots. Goes off a body and into the corner for Hawes. She tries to spin. Aiken there in the slot. Tries to get it on net. Nothing doing. And a bit of board battle. Here's how the second period will come to an end. So, no additional markers here on either side. Score remains 1-1 between Mount Academy and this Western Wind Central Storm combination team. We'll be back in about 10 minutes or so to bring you the third period of this one. And we're back now for the third period of this hockey PEI exhibition. Under 18 girls action from the Eastlink Center in Charlottetown between the Mount Academy under 18 Saints and this combination Central Storm Western Wind side. No goals in the second period, so we're still at 1-1 as we're back underway. Jose Gallant into that puck after the cycle began from the Storm. Now coming out front is Campbell. Gallant with the shot. Puck bouncing around in front. Now the Saints will come out with it. Haas being pressured by Darash on the back check. Shovels that in, and Haas shoots that out from under the glove, but it was still blown down. And so just 26 seconds into the third period, we'll have a face-off to the left of Soraya Richard in the Storm zone. Scramble off the draw. McGuigan will get to it first. Dumped into the boards by Stymis. Puck comes out to center ice for Coyle. Over to Caroline Thompson. She'll give it another go. Goes off the glass. Now Emily McGuigan. Loses it on the fresh ice. But Walsh is there to back her up. And now Collins. We'll try and get it out. And now Walsh is able to do so. And indeed, she does chip that down. Caroline Thompson there first. But instead, it's going to be Mullally back to Thompson. And that centering pass goes to Stewart. She'll get there first. She has to cycle back. Just didn't have enough room to corral it. Thompson at the blue line. Sends it down to the corner for Aiken. Had Chase on potentially streaking toward the front of the net, but nothing happening. Chloe Gallant now. Nice move around Stewart to get some open ice. She's over center and now into Saints territory. Chloe Gallant. She scored the game-tying goal last night with 8.4 seconds left. Now another loose puck. French trying to beat Lawler to it. The smaller French gets there first. Shot goes high and wide. And good battle there between French and Lawler with the Hershey, Pennsylvania native holding her own. As Aiken tries to cycle and fire. But now it's Jose Gallant. Goes up the middle. And she finds Chloe McCabe. McCabe cutting into the middle. Tries to go short side. Nothing doing. Now the Saints will try and regroup. Clark. Up to chase on. Stretch pass finds Carly Thompson. Poked away, though, by McGuigan. Now Rennie will come clean up and send it around the other way. Kelly Murphy keeps it in. And she'll fire it right back the other way again. Now Richards back there. Thompson out front. Hawes couldn't quite get much on that, and that bounced just high and wide. Thompson with it. Back to the point for Richards. Back to Carly Thompson. Tries to center, but off a skate. Hawes with it, though. Turns and fires. Nothing happening. Puck still loose behind the net. A few players in there. Looks like Campbell's going to come out with it, but Kelly Murphy there on the pinch. And Thompson robbed at the top of the crease. Hawes winds up and fires. Hits a couple of bodies. Things getting a little more exciting here to begin this third period. And now the Storm heading the other way. As Gordon goes up off the boards, gets it around Kelly Murphy, but Hawes there to cut her off. Now Hawes comes out with it again. She'll go over to Mullally, and then she'll go off for a change. Mullally in there, but loses it to Walsh. Brooke Walsh now. She's held up just inside the blue line. Now Darash with it. She'll send that one into Saints territory. As now Walsh has it on the far side, back to Larkin. And that's just kind of dumped around the side, and Darash in down low on the pinch. And nobody covering for her immediately, but Collins gets the puck, although it does come out now. And Larkin will spin back to regroup. Larkin with some room here. Carries it over the blue line. And pressured up against the boards by Coyle. And so Mullally will try and start it out. But the Storm maintain possession. Back to McGuigan at the blue line. And had a delayed offside. All good now. And just getting back onside was McCabe a moment ago. Now Thompson up and off the boards. Foot race here between Lawler and Aiken. Lawler wins that one. But now tied up with Chase on as Rennie will go back for it. Aaron Rennie. She'll just slap that one down the ice, and there's a tip, so no icing. And that'll give Spencer some room to work. Stretch pass finds Chase on. Again, the speed's really picked up in this first part of the third period. As French tried to center that one, nothing doing. Now there's Thompson. Taken down, and Campbell trying to bring it out for the Storm, and she does. And now it's Spencer. Up forward to French, just loses it in her skates. And no icing on that play either. Refs just letting them play here. Drosh tries to go up the middle. That's intercepted by Richards. Her shot blocked. Kelly Murphy forced to go back into her own end to get it. Now Carly Thompson. Thompson ridden into the boards there by Lutley. Puck comes out to Kelly Murphy at the top of the circle. That shot just high and wide. Richards now slaps it into the corner. Hawes left it there for Walsh. Now Brooke Walsh giving it a go. Just chips it around Kelly Murphy, gets it into Saints territory, but not before getting to the red line, so that's going to be icing. 13:28 left in the third period. We're still tied at 1. Face off now coming to the right of Soraya Richard. Saints control it off the draw. Stewart back to Coyle. Her shot steered aside. Now Mullally. Down low to Stymus, trying to center, nothing doing. Now Coyle just chipped that one up. Here's Livy Lawler now. Centering pass finds McCabe. She gains the blue line. And losing an edge there was the defender Coyle, and that's what took McCabe down. No call on the play. So Caroline Thompson now. She cuts back. Finds Stewart. Olivia Stewart trying to get through Rennie, but unsuccessfully doing so. Now Campbell pushed off the puck by Stymus. Now Darash. Campbell. Loses it to Spencer. Those two get tied up. A little bit of extra behind the play, but that didn't get called as Aiken has it. Centering pass for Chason. Nice stop from Richard. Big opportunity there for the Saints as they had the partial 2-on-1. Good vision from Meg Aiken to try and find Sydney Chason in the slot, but Soraya Richard up to the task. Saints win the faceoff again. Chason. She'll fire. Blockered away by Richard. Now centering pass here finds Spencer. Her shot will go off a stick and into the corner. Now a couple of players battling in that far corner. Gallant will come out with it. That's Jose Gallant we're talking about. Now Abby Gordon. Gordon gains the blue line. Tries to fire, but Spencer there to steer it away. And now the puck gets caught up in the referee's skates. But Clark's there to try and start things off for the Saints once more. As Chason dumps that one in. We'll call that a dump and Chason for the rest of the game. As Lutley works her way up. Good battle happening here right in front of us as Kelly Murphy tried to send it in. Darash over to Rennie. Now Hawes. Chloe Hawes circling with it again. tries to pass off to Richards, but couldn't quite connect. Now the Storm will try and go the other way. Walsh loses it in her feet. And that one gets ripped around the boards. Now Little trying to find Thompson with that centering pass, but instead the Storm keep it in. Little with it back. Kelly Murphy lobs it up into the Mount Academy bench. 10:43 left in the third period. Still tied at 1. Could be in for another tight finish just like last night. Face off now to the left of Angélique Savoie. And that one gets poked out to the point for McGuigan. Caroline Thompson had it there for a moment, but now Mullally gets it out and finds Stewart. Olivia Stewart trying to get to it. McGuigan to cut her off. But now Larkin. Oh, pass through the middle of the ice. Lucky to not find immediate danger. But Mullally's turning and fire shot got hit by a stick. Mullally again. Around to Stewart. Stewart tries to center, finds Stymist. Drops for Stewart. Now the Storm will bring it out again. Chloe Gallant has that one poked away by Coyle, so she'll regroup. Up the middle of the ice for Campbell. Jessie Campbell with some room to work. Now her shot just floats high and wide. Now Coyle. Up to Aiken. Loses control of that, though, and Campbell will have another opportunity. Tries to center there for Gordon, but that one just pops up into the air. Now the Saints able to clear. But not for long, as Gordon has it once more, pressured by Caroline Thompson on the outside, who eventually claims the puck. Thompson leading the rush here. Still with some open ice along the wing. Tries to center that one, hopping around a bit. Saints keep it in. Clark fired on net. Chase on with the redirect, but Richard able to see that one all the way through. And she'll freeze it with 9:01 left in the third period. Face-off will come to her right in, what's been a very entertaining third frame so far. Saints win that draw cleanly. Spencer. Now Tate McDonald with an opportunity. Puck loose in front. Eventually squeaks out to Larkin. Spencer there on the pinch to keep it in. Now Hawes. Pressured by McGuigan. Walsh there to join in, but Hawes able to come out with that against the two Storm players. And play called. Puck was still loose, but the ref lost sight of it, so these things happen. 8:39 left in the third now. Face off to the left of Soraya Richard. The Saints have been applying some pretty good pressure here in the last minute or so. Looking to find that go-ahead goal. And that puck gets by Kelly Murphy at the blue line, so Richards will skate back to get it. She'll go cross ice to Kelly Murphy. And Kelly Murphy back to retrieve. Gets it out that time around, and she'll get the puck right back. Just sending it out. Rennie just backhands it. And the puck hops into the Saints bench with 8:07 left in the third. Face off in the neutral zone, just outside Storm territory. Another tie-up off the draw as Stewart's able to poke that one into the Storm zone. Sent around by Campbell. Rennie pokes it forward, but Mullally intercepts. Kept in by Richards. She shoots. And, a bit of contact there between Stymist and Richard. Stymist just coming through the top of the crease there as the shot was coming through. Richard able to glove it down. And so the faceoff will come to her left, 7:49 left in the third. Another tie-up off the draw. Hawes recovers, scores! Chloe Hawes, she's been around the puck for a good chunk of the game. She's had her opportunities and finally has gotten one to go here. And with 7:45 left in the third period, the upcoming Bishop's Gator commit, she's going to make it 2-1 for the Mount Academy under-18 Saints. That was a really quick release on that shot from Hawes as well. Should really translate well at the next level. Meanwhile, the Storm, they'll have to try and find an answer here in the next 7.5 minutes. As Coyle and Lutley come together, puck into the Storm bench. Face off in the neutral zone. Saints send it back in. Hawes looking for more. Taken down, looking for a call, not coming. Meanwhile, the Storm bring it out. And that's Walsh leading the play. Driving around Caroline Thompson, who just rides her up into the boards. A few players battling for that puck now, as again, things are getting a little bit more intense later in this game. Lutley tried to get that one on net, but instead Coyle got it. Now Carly Thompson. She'll chip that one down. Larkin sent that one forward to Collins, and now Walsh will try again. Crosses the red line, gets it down into Saints territory, and she'll go off. And now the big line for this Storm combination team of Gallant, McCabe, and Lawler are on the ice. Meanwhile, Chason fires that one. Glove down by Richard. Play continues. And looked like that was Aiken taken down. No call. As McCabe skates it up. Dishes it off to Gallant. Just out of her reach, though, as Clark watches her on the outside. Now McCabe. Up to Darash, down to Chloe Gallant. And right on the doorstep there was Lawler, but Savoy able to hang on. Meanwhile, he scores! Bit of a weird bounce in front of the net. And I'm not 100% sure who wound up getting that, whether it was Lawler or... Let's just see. Looks like it may have been Aaron Rennie who got that at the top of the circle. And again, a couple of weird bounces, and it winds up behind Angélie Savoy. So, 5:56 remaining in the third period, and we're back to square one. It's a 2-2 hockey game. McGuigan now. I think you're going to see the pace pick up even a little bit more in these dying minutes. As the Storm keep it in here, Stymist. She'll go up and off the glass. Foot race now between Stewart and McGuigan. McGuigan with some good defensive positioning there to get that puck. Just out to the point, though, for Richards. Richards sends that one on net. Richard able to track that, and she corrals the rebound. So, 5:26 left in the third period now. Couple of quick goals on either side. Chloe Hawes just a couple of minutes ago put it to 2-1 for the Saints, but Aaron Rennie just responded about 30 seconds ago. And once again, we're back to a level hockey game at 2-2. Hawes threatening again. That shot just goes wide. Now Lutley gets it out. That one's going to go all the way down the ice, and that's going to go for icing. 5:16 left in the third. Face-off coming to the left of Storm goaltender Soraya Richard. Looks like it'll be Thompson and Lutley on the draw. Linesman directing traffic here in the circle. Saints win that draw. Coyle with it at the point. She shoots. Goes high and wide. Thompson there for it first. Her centering pass intercepted. Now Walsh trying to find a lane here on the outside. She gets around Coyle. Caroline Thompson pokes it away. Now Hawes goes to the middle of the ice for Little, but she couldn't quite handle that pass. Coyle around her net for Thompson. Up to Hawes on the wing. Her centering pass intended for Little, but instead chipped up into the bench as Jarash got to that puck first. Face off here in the neutral zone. 4:39 left in the period. Storm win that draw clearly. Oh, pass almost intercepted by McDonald, though. Instead, Rennie gets it out. Rennie's got the game-tying goal here. Savoie comes out to play that one. Lawler stops it. Now Aiken up off the boards and, matter of fact, into the Saints bench. So the face-off will come into Mount Academy territory here, I believe, given where that was shot from. And indeed, it will go all the way down. Coming to the left of Angélie Savoie. Storm win that draw. In the slot was Gallant. Shot just goes a little wide. Clark now. Storm keep it in. Rennie fires. That one just steered aside. Now Lawler reverses around the net. Clark pokes it forward. Good job by Rennie to stand up to chase on there, but now the Saints have another opportunity. McDonald gets it out and chase on's there. Gains the blue line. She'll shoot it on net, forcing Richard to play it. And subsequently stop the play. 3:48 remaining now in the period. Face off now to the left of Richard. And another tie-up off the draw. Campbell trying to push that one forward. Kelly Murphy there on the pinch keeps it in for now. Campbell still down on the ice. Now, Jose Gallant tried to poke that one forward. Instead, Kelly Murphy into the slot for Larkin. Stymist gets it away. Stymist goes around the net. Now, a few of them battling. Stymist with it. Pinned up against the boards by Jarash. Wraparound here from Mullally. Couldn't get that one to go home. Richard shoots just wide. Stewart just about had the rebound. Richard steps in, though. And that one's off of Gallant and into the corner from Mullally. Kelly Murphy into the corner. Stymist there. Stymist tries to center for Richards. And she'll just send it into the other corner. Stewart there first. And another centering pass there intercepted by Jose Gallant. Ridden up into the boards by Stymist. Mullally surveying her options. Finds Kelly Murphy. She'll shoot. Right into the chest of Richard. So a bit more action here with 2:43 left in the third period. Face off again coming to the left of Soraya Richard. Hawes shooting off the glove and off the post. Chloe Hawes very nearly had another one. And now Lutley trying to get it out, but Aiken there first. Looks like we've seen the lines change a little bit here from Kenny McDougall, as it looks like Meg Aiken's up on that top line now with Hawes and Thompson. Aiken over to Caroline Thompson. Hawes couldn't quite handle that one. And now it's Brooke Walsh. Taken down, no call. Coyle. Now Collins tried to whip that one around. Coyle up to Aiken. She gets it out only as far as Collins, though, and she'll send it right back in. As we've got 1:50 left in regulation time. Thompson headed off by Chloe Gallant. And with the pressure, she leaves it for Coyle over to Stymist. Stymist trying to push forward, but instead the Storm get it back. Now Stewart. Stewart circles at center ice. Goes cross ice with it. And now Darash with it. Sends the puck out, and now here's McCabe. McCabe drops for Lawler. Lawler shoots. That's blocked by Kelly Murphy. Now Stewart tried the stretch pass for Mullally. And just a step offside, so she has to go back and regroup. That'll allow the Storm to send it forward to Abby Gordon as we've got a minute left in the third period now. Gordon going wide. Stopped up, Kelly Murphy. Or Thompson, excuse me. Just gets it to McGuigan at the blue line. That shot bounces around a little bit. Savoie steers that one aside. Now Jose Gallant. She's got a goal here for the Saints already. And Savoie not liking the odds of it bouncing around in front of her. She covers it up. 39.9 seconds left in the third. Still tied at 2. Face-off coming to her right. Tie up off the draw. Campbell goes down on top of the puck. Now Chason trying to get it out, but kept in by Gallant. And now here's Coyle. Trying to start something. Hawes centers for Chason. Now Carly Thompson. 18 seconds left. Trying to find something here as the Storm will try and clear one more time. That's Campbell with it. She'll lob it up and it gets over Coyle's skate. 5 seconds. Storm might have one more opportunity if Walsh can corral it. She's got to shoot basically now. But that's going to end the third period. And if last night's any indication, I would suggest we're probably headed to overtime here. 5 minutes, 5-on-5 is the call from the benches. So we are going to overtime. Just like last night, 2-2 heading in. And so just a quick strategy session happening in front of us. Kenny McDougall getting his Mount Academy under 18 girls in check here, and same happening on the Storm side of the bench. And we'll see how things start. It looks like it'll be the line of, looks like Stewart is going to be part of the starting equation here, along with Mullally and Stymist, with Kelly Murphy and Richards on D. And the Storm just figuring out who they're going to start. And it looks like they'll counter with the big line of, oh, it looks like they're changing it up a little bit, as it's going to be Chloe Gallant with Walsh and Gordon. So a bit of a different look from this Storm side as we're underway in overtime. McGuigan up to Gordon. Abby Gordon tries to center. That one steered aside. Walsh, tried to get that off the rebound. Storm keep it in. Walsh still with it. Good puck battle from Brooke Walsh. She steps in. She shoots right into the chest of Savoie. Face-off will come to her right with 4:38 left in overtime. And now the Saints bring out the big line here of Thompson, Hawes, and Little. Storm win the draw. Hawes blocks the shot, and it comes out. McGuigan with it. Pressured by Little. Now Carly Thompson with it. Thompson, she shoots. Richard steers that one into the corner. Carly Thompson gets it back briefly. But now Little will get it on the half boards. Drops it to Caroline Thompson. Back into the corner for Little. Alyssa Little off the back of the net. That's going to find Coyle. Centering pass for Carly Thompson, just a little wide. And she centers. Hawes there in the slot. She shoots. Stopped by Richard. Saints pressuring here. Coyle with it. She shoots. That one's off a stick. Saints unable to keep it in. Storm trying to push forward, but Coyle gets it back. Now Lutley over to Walsh. She sends that one down. Caroline Thompson back to play it. She fans on it. McCabe trying to control it in the corner. McCabe circling around. Pressured by a couple of Saints there. Eventually does get it back to the point for Larkin, who sends it into the corner. Coyle now. She goes up and off the glass, and that's going to go for icing. Right about now. So 3:19 left in overtime. We're still looking for a winner here. Will we find the winner in this sequence? We just have to wait and find out. Face-off coming to the right of Savoie. And Aiken wins that one back to Richards, although she's pressured by Collins, comes out front. Now McCabe. McCabe battling for it with Clark there. Still kept in by DeRoche, left for Chloe McCabe. She shoots, Richard stops. Richards able to clear. Now Aiken pokes it forward. Chloe McCabe with it in the middle of the ice. She has it poked away. Now DeRoche goes cross ice. Collins now. She gets it into Saints territory, but Meadow Clark will regroup as we got 2.5 minutes left in the overtime session. French just sends that one forward. Larkin back to retrieve. Goes over to Chloe Gallant now. Everybody on side as Gallant maintains possession. And Thompson goes up high, but McGuigan unable to keep it in, and that could lead to 2-on-1 here. Stymous pass just out of the reach of Mullally. And Rennie sends that one out. But Thompson fans on the pass, forcing Savoie to cover. Always a smart decision when you got league MVP Chloe Gallant barging in through the slot. And so 2:06 remains in the overtime session. Face-off coming to the right. Storm win that one cleanly. Rennie down into the corner. That'll just go down and around the net. Stewart with it. Taken down by Lutley, no call. And that pass found nobody in particular, but now Carly Thompson's got it. She winds up inside the blue line and fires. That's blocked. Has it down around the net, pressured by a couple of Storm players, Lutley in particular. Centering pass, nobody home. Coyle with it. She shoots, it goes wide. 1.5 minutes left in overtime now. Now that puck goes around the boards. Coyle for it again. Thompson just lets that one go, so Jose Gallant will get there first. Now here's McCabe trying to start a rush, but instead it was stopped before it started, basically. Now Meg Aiken. McCabe chips it past her. Now McCabe trying to get some open ice as she finds Gallant. And she'll just dump it in as we got 1 minute left in overtime now. Now Richards goes cross ice to Coyle. Oh, turnover in the middle of the ice. Lawler with it, but great back check there from Chloe Hawes to prevent that from going anywhere. And Hawes has looked really good here in the third period and overtime, even on that bit of body contact. Meanwhile, Collins on the outside. Being hounded there by Caroline Thompson. Puck comes to Chloe Gallant, last night's hero. And that puck just bouncing out in front. Saints just under siege right now with 25 seconds left in the overtime session. Thompson able to kind of ease the pressure a little bit. Now the Storm get it back. Going cross ice with it. As they might have one more opportunity. Walsh trying to poke that one forward. 6 seconds left. Mullally trying to poke it forward. But now Gordon might have an opportunity at the buzzer. That one just goes wide. And so, 65 minutes haven't solved anything. We're going to be going to a 3-person shootout. And again, it's a repeat of how last night's game went down. And basically the same scoreline. It'll end 3-2. It's just a matter of which side. Referees just discussing everything. Looks like Mount will be shooting first. And it looks like it'll be Chloe Hawes stepping up to the dot first. And she had the goal earlier to get Mount up 2-1. And so we'll see what she's got here. Chloe Hawes starts winding up to the outside, now cutting back to the middle. Nice little stop up, but Richard watched her all the way. Routine save. Nothing doing. And now it'll be Brooke Walsh shooting first for the Storm. There's the whistle. Walsh surveying her options. She'll get possession now. Walsh basically going up the middle of the ice. Walsh surveying. She scores! Got Savoie going the wrong way at one point, and that's got the Storm up 1-0 in this shootout. Now Allie Stymist. Stymist looking for the answer as members of the Charlottetown Islanders watch on in the corner. Stymist coming in slowly. Now working away, and shot scores! Allie Stymist absolutely picks the top corner with a little message for the Storm bench on the way through. We're back to 1-1. And now Chloe McCabe looking to respond. And Stymist and McCabe were going at it for most of the night. We'll see if McCabe's got an answer now. Going in, and oh, what a beauty from Chloe McCabe. And that's got the Storm up 2-1. And so it'll rest on the stick of Rachel Richards here. She has to score to keep this thing going. If not, the Storm win in a shootout again. Here goes Richards. Richards going wide. Now ready to cut in, and that shot just high and wide, and that'll do it. As this Western Wind Central Storm combined team, they hold on for the 3-2 win in the shootout. Again, basically a carbon copy of how last night went. Certainly an entertaining game here on both sides, but that'll be enough here for today from the Universum Media Inc. Sports and Entertainment team. My name is Jordy Carraher. We hope you've enjoyed the coverage here over the last couple days as we see a bit of chatter here in front of the benches. We hope you've enjoyed that coverage, and we'll be back at some point here. And again, hope you have a great rest of your day.